It's October 15th. We're about midway, or not quite midway actually, through 2019 soybean harvest. We're running some soybeans here at night. It's actually quite windy, so taking a video going this way so you can actually see what's going on. Been kind of battling my reel on the grain platform most of today, but I think we finally got that straightened out. Running pretty smoothly right now. Got a lot of cloud cover, so might be able to run fairly late tonight, or if things do get tough, hopefully there won't be too much to do and can get started early in the morning. Morning. It is October 16th and we are combining some soybeans. This is my only field, 30-inch rows. This field has some weed problems with a particular weed called burcucumber. So did wide rows here to be able to get some herbicide down between the rows late in the season and try to stay ahead of them. Got a pretty early start this morning because it was cloudy overnight and the wind was blowing, so there isn't any dew. We're running about a little over 12% moisture now according to the monitor, and things seem to be threshing pretty well. The machine that we're on here is a 9510 John Deere 1998 model, and using a 20-foot John Deere head, a 920, with an orbit reel kit, which makes the tines flip over instead of just staying in the same orientation as the reel goes around. Reel has sort of been haunting my dreams the last couple days, but I think we finally got that straightened out. Was having trouble with it getting the rollers on the wrong side and then having the tines in the wrong orientation and throwing the roller off the track and everything over there on the right end of the head. But finally figured out that a couple of $2 plastic reel tines are actually what keeps it in the proper orientation, and switched those out with a couple other ones on the reel and seem to be running smoothly since. These are 3/6 Liberty bean, running a little over 50 right now. Other parts of the field seem to be doing a little bit better, and haven't exactly calibrated the monitor, so could be a little bit better or worse than that, but for the year that we had, can't complain too much. Coming up on the end here, and then we're going to unload into the wagons. Go ahead and flip out our auger. So we're ready when we get to the end here. Got about 75 acres in this field. Hopefully get this finished up today and start on another patch. Across there, you might notice this patch we're in right now is kind of more of a gray color instead of a reddish, and probably won't be yielding as well. Most likely died a little earlier than the rest of them, either because the soil is thin here or had some dicamba damage in this field drift off of people that sprayed my neighbors. That would be kind of at this end also. So it's kind of a little bit of a low spot there, which I think, from what I've heard, dicamba can kind of collect in those low areas if the weather's wrong or right, depending on how you look at it. is a little more orangey in color or reddish, and beans are taller, and just can tell there's more pods in general. Trying to drive with one hand and hold the camera here, so this would normally be a little bit smoother. Beans going down in the grain tank here right behind the cab. And I'm going to set the camera back in the seat so we hopefully don't spill any. Not too bad. So we'll fold the auger back in and kick the separator on. These particular beans are headed into a bin, which you can maybe see in the background over there, just about a mile away. So my dad will be back here in a few minutes to get those hauled over there. We'll fire things back up and get back to work. They're checking out the year's burcucumber crop. So if you are not familiar with this weed, it's a viney weed. I don't know if it's actually related to a cucumber or not, but basically it has these little spiny seed pods. Part of what makes this a real pain is that you get a lot of them germinating late in the season, so it's kind of hard to control with herbicide. And where you have it bad, it'll actually grow up, especially on corn, and can kind of pull the stalks all down flat on the ground if you have a lot of it. This field had kind of a patch in an old fence line along a pasture, or where it used to be pasture, and wasn't really too big of a problem until a few years ago we got some hail, and now we kind of have them all over the field and are sort of trying to do some different management to control it. So that's why this field is 30-inch rows, was to be able to make kind of a later post-spray pass, and also ran kind of a low rate of Chlorimuron, generic classic, that has pretty good activity against large seeded broadleaves like that. But as you can see, we still had some sprout. We had a lot of rain in August this year, and the stuff will come up and you get these nice little clumps. We did have a frost here about 5 days ago or so, I think. So everything is dead at this point, but probably some of those seeds are going to be viable. Hopefully with no-till, there will be some insects and rodents and things like that chewing on them over the winter. And over time, hopefully we can kind of get them beat back so that they're not causing a huge problem. I don't think that there's enough of a problem probably that it caused any yield loss this year, but it's something that we don't want to get worse than it is currently.